Hey, beautiful people. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I am your girl, Coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach. I am live with you all today. Thank you so much for joining me. Your girl still feeling a little under the weather, but that's okay. That's okay. I want to make sure I'm bringing you the best. So, listen, it is our third week of our 31-day journey to bridging the communication gap with me, your girl, Coach TaShon, and we're diving into conflict resolution. We're actually winding down, you guys. We are winding down. This week, we're going to discuss expressing our feelings clearly, respecting differences, creating techniques for managing conflict, avoiding the blame game, finding common ground to help resolve conflict faster. And again, these are easy, attainable steps because what I always tell you, I don't want to be stressed. So I definitely don't want to stress you as my client, right? And all of this is very simple, but you have to remember to do the work. In order for you to achieve that goal of bridging the communication gap, you got to do the work. Plain and simple. That's how our relationship works. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about two things actually, because I got my I tell you, I be feeling like a news reporter and educator all at the same time with my lesson plans. I got you, right? So tonight we're gonna talk about positive language and compromise and collaboration. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just talk about this positive language. Let's talk about this positive language. I'm gonna put this one to the side. Uh, I'm gonna keep that one for tomorrow. But I really want to talk about this positive language in our marriage. Okay. Um, yeah, ladies. I know you don't want to hear me, but men as well, the husbands and wives. But this positive language we got to get back to in our marriage. Yes, you've been married for 7 years plus, right? That's your boo. Y'all have been together. Y'all been through some things or whatnot. But some of this language that I'm hearing between couples, it's not cool. It is not cool. And so tonight I want to talk about that. Positive language can de-escalate conflict by replacing the you statement with the we statement. So it's like that whole blame game, right? We don't want to take responsibility in our conflicts, okay? And that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. And when I say the positive language, that means it boils down to that positive language. Because again, we both have some type of with some factor in our conflict when it's taught when it's the two of us, right? It takes two to tangle. Now that doesn't mean that you started something or whatnot. However, instead of you saying the you, we're gonna switch that around and say the we, because we're a team. We're a team in all of this. Because somewhere in that conflict, somehow in that conflict, you were not to blame, but somewhere in that conflict, we gotta acknowledge our part in it as well. Now, that does not mean, again, going back to that active listening, that does not mean that you are to blame for anything. But what it means is to de-escalate the conflict so that you can get a better understanding of the conflict. To resolve it, we got to take our part in it as well. So that means your spouse may have done it, right? But when your spouse needs to talk to you, or you need to talk this conflict out, you need to resolve it, then you're gonna have to change the you to the we. Okay? So here are 5 short, that means easy, and attainable strategies for finding common ground in conflict resolution using positive language. All right. So I hope you have your notebook, your journal, your pen, your pencil. Go to the dollar store, get you one. Easy peasy. Get you one from the dollar store. Okay. Yep. No, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. Get your favorite pen or pencil and take down these notes. Okay. So, number one, start with what you agree on. Yeah, that means start on with. Oh, disclaimer, y'all. I'm not smoking. This is my diffuser. I'm inhaling the essential oils to help me stay, so I won't be congested. Okay, so if y'all see the smoke, that's a disclaimer. I ain't smoking. Ain't nobody smoking. All right. So, start with what you agree on. Meaning, begin the conversation by identifying at least one thing you both agree on. It sets that positive tone and creates a foundation for finding more common ground. That's part of that positive language, believe it or not. So find that one thing. It could be about the sun. Like, yeah, that sun is shining today. It's hot, but it's shining. It feels good, you know? Then both of you are going to agree on that one thing. It may seem small, but it is huge, right? You're going to agree on that. Or you can say, y'all know I've been on this ice cream kick. You know what? I could really go for some ice cream, some vanilla, strawberry ice cream, shortcake ice cream. Your spouse may be like, you know what? I got a taste for some sherbet too. Let's go get some. That's something that you agree on, right? That sets that tone for that conflict. That sets that safe space. That sets that moment. It's like, okay, all right, we're able to kind of dive into it. But if you go in and be like da 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 da, that whole fussing and arguing and cussing each other out and all that kind of stuff, nah, nah, no, 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 no. We got to dead that. As the kids say, got to dead that. Okay, you got to dead it. That positive language, when you come aggressively in your conflict, guess what? It's not going to do anything but escalate, right? And then it's going to create another conflict. Then you're going to create this snowball effect that's just going to continue that conflict. So you're never going to resolve it. You're not going to resolve it. All right. Number two, you're going to listen to understand. What does that mean? You're going to listen to understand. You're going to commit to truly listening to your partner's perspective without interrupting. Understanding their point of view is key to bridging the differences. And again, you're using that positive language because when you're listening, you're going to when you're truly actively listening, you're going to be thinking of while listening, thinking of the positive way to connect with your spouse during this conflict. You're not going to be sitting there thinking, you should not be thinking about what cuss words to cuss at each other or what derogatory words or what language. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about that. You should be actually thinking about, let's see, like, I'm really hearing my spouse. I'm understanding. I think I'm understanding the perspective. I think I understand what they're trying to say and what they want to do, what they want to achieve. Because again, you're trying to achieve that end goal. That end goal is to resolve that conflict, right? Not to create a new one on top of that one, but to resolve it. Okay? So you're going to listen to understand. That active listening, that is key in this communication, bridging the communication gap. We've been talking about active listening now for the last 2 months. If you've been following me, been mentioning active listening, okay? Number three, you have to meet in the middle. You got to meet in the middle. Be willing to compromise. And we're going to talk more about that tomorrow with the compromise and collaboration. But be willing to compromise. Find a solution that incorporates elements of both of your perspectives, ensuring both partners are heard and valued. Okay? So that means meet in that middle. Meet in that middle. Again, what do I always say? You're not going to always agree with each other. You're not going to always agree. It's okay to disagree, but there's a respectful way that you should be able to use positive language. And well, this is positive language. You're going to be able to find that, like, that middle ground, that common ground. Okay. So you're going to meet in the middle. Number four, focus on the big picture. Y'all, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. Keep the end goal in mind, a healthy, loving relationship. That is your boo. That's your boo thing. Why do you want to keep arguing with your boo thing? Y'all been in this thing 7 years plus. Y'all are the momentum is going. You just need a little retweaking on your communication. That's it. So why are y'all fussing and fighting? What is you are at the point where you're going to tackle the issue, not tackle each other. You're going to punch that issue out, not each other. You're going to fuss at that issue, not each other. Okay? So your end goal is you want to keep your loving, healthy relationship. You want to go higher in that. All right? So let that guide you into finding a solution that works both for the both of you. Okay? Number 5, express appreciation. Yes, even in the conflicts, express that appreciation. Acknowledge the effort your partner is making to resolve the conflict. Just a simple thank you in the conversation goes a long way. Trust me. I'm trust me. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. That clearly. Okay. So yeah, you're going to express that appreciation. That's all you're going to do in that in the conversation. You can honestly, it'll stop your spouse in their tracks and be like, oh, okay, thank you, babe, for always listening to me. Thank you, babe, for being there for me today. It really meant a lot. Thank you. Just a simple thank you. I promise you, it's gonna de-escalate that conflict. And then you throw a little shoulder in there. Throw a little shoulder. Yeah. Throw a little shoulder in there. Throw a little wink. That's your boo. You can do that. Okay. So listen. Here's your next step. Here's your next step. Right. You're going to do it today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. You're going to practice reframing your negative statements into positive ones by using the we statements in your conversation. And that just simply states that, again, when your conflict comes up, you're going to change that you always doing this, or you did this. Reframe that. Well, what can we do to resolve this? That's going to be your question to your mate. What can we do to resolve this issue? How can I help support you in this? And yes, you may say, oh, that sounds too much like TV. That sounds like No, 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 no. This is what you're going to practice in your conversation. Because again, the end goal, going back to number 4, that end goal, you want to resolve the conflict. You want to de-escalate that. So what can we do to resolve this conflict? Babe, what can I do to help to support this? What can I do? Because I want we to do this thing together. I'm not going to leave you out here by yourself on this one. All right? I I'm trying to tell you, it can be done. It can be done. Okay. So remember, in order to build that communication gap, to bridge that communication gap, you got to be willing to do the work. That's the only way our relationship will work. Okay. So if you are sure, if you are ready to take the next step into bridging the communication gap in your marriage, 7 years plus, I want you to go ahead and click that link below to the TLC coaching offer. Listen, what you're getting in this offer for $777 for this month, it's about to come to a close. It's about to come to a close. I'm trying to tell you, you need to get on board. You need to get on board. $777. And this offer includes the TLC Dream Board experience. This is a limited time, so go ahead and book your service. Book your offer today, not tomorrow, not next week, because it will be ending soon. Okay, it will be ending soon. So go ahead and book that, and let's get you going. Let's bridge this communication gap. Okay, so I want you to join me tomorrow for day 16, 18. day 17, 18. Yeah, we're almost to the finish line, you guys. We're almost to the finish line. Honestly, I think I got my date mixed up. This day's 22nd. I'm just so excited about. Listen, y'all just don't understand. This is like what I'm offering you is, oh my goodness, you're not gonna find this offer anywhere else. Okay, so click the link. Are you ready to let's do this thing? All right, TLC coaching, couples coaching offer. Okay, so join me tomorrow, same time, same place, as we talk about the collaboration and compromise. I told you. I got I got it. I'm ready. Okay? So we're gonna do that tomorrow. All right. So enjoy this evening. It's a very beautiful day here in the A. The sun is shining. It's hot, but it's cooling down some. It's cooling down. All right. So until tomorrow, I love you guys. Peace.